What is going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be going over every single build that I've made for the new 7-star Decidueye, and it's mainly electric attackers, so let's get into it. So first off, we're going to be going with Miraidon, and these first few spreads are going to be mainly for Swords Dance, which is going to be taking a +2 physical attack from Decidueye, because he does have a higher physical attack stat than special. I think that he's going to be running a Swords Dance and not a Nasty Plot, but we will be covering that later in the video. So to start off, we are going to be running Miraidon. You're going to want that electric Terra type with Terrain Extender. He does set terrain whenever he does come into battle, so having that with him is going to be amazing. So let's go ahead and jump over to the moves and show you kind of how we're doing damage and doing some setup. So for the moves, Electro Drift is going to be your main attacking move. You have 5. Go ahead, PP that up. That'll give you 8. So you're going to be able to do lots of damage, plus having the terrain to go ahead and give you a boost to your electric type moves. Then you're going to have Parabolic Charge. That's just going to pretty much let you hit and heal at the same time. You can't go wrong there. It's going to be perfect. And then you have Metal Sound. Metal Sound is going to lower the special defense of Decidueye. So most of these guys are just special attackers. If you are lowering the special defense stat, you're going to be doing more damage. So no matter what, it's going to help you out. And then Calm Mind is going to be your last move. You get that special attack and special defense boost. So you can just do even more damage on top of everything and have a little bit more survivability with that special defense boost. So let's go ahead, jump into the spread. So for that spread, it's going to be a 252 HP, a 200 special attack, and a 56 defense. With that, you are going to be able to live quite a bit and be able to just Parabolic Charge back all your health that you need. Plus, you are running a Bold Mint to go ahead and boost that defense even further. So you are able to do quite a bit of damage and be able to survive quite a few hits. With that, Miraidon is going to be a very big key Pokemon within this Terra raid, mainly because he sets terrain just by entering battle. So that's Miraidon. Let's go ahead and jump over to Bellibolt, because Bellibolt's probably my favorite. So Bellibolt is going to be the electric attacker, just like normal. We have made a build with him being a solo raid mon, and this time he's going to be running Big Root. Big Root's going to pair with that Parabolic Charge that Bellibolt loves using. And so for those moves, Acid Spray, Chilling Water, Thunderbolt, and Parabolic Charge are going to be pretty much your go-to. Acid Spray, amazing move. You go ahead, lower that special defense stat. Chilling Water goes ahead, lowers the attack stat, so he does less damage. So if he does Swords Dance, you go ahead, bring him back down, and he's only a +1. If you do it again, he's back to neutral. So that being there is going to be very vital with helping you control that damage output that Decidueye is going to be able to do if he is using Swords Dance. Now, you do have Thunderbolt. You can swap this out for like Electric Terrain, something along those lines. Like he gets Reflect. So you can definitely change that out. And then Parabolic Charge is actually kind of your main attacking move if you're not running Thunderbolt. Because with Terrain Boost plus Big Root, you get to just live no matter what. And then if you do get a Terra off, you are still able to do massive amounts of damage. So let's go ahead and jump over to his spread to show you how we're kind of living. So for his spread, he's a 252 HP, a 168 special attack, and an 88 defense. With that, he is able to be very bulky, be able to live, and he doesn't really have a chance to get 2 shots. So you go ahead, you can do an Acid Spray or Chilling Water, go ahead, Parabolic Charge, and you just run the cycle and you are perfectly fine. Parabolic Charge is going to be amazing for healing you within this raid for survivability. And then we are running the Bold Nature to go ahead and boost that defense even further. And then once you pair all this with his ability, he's able to do massive amounts of damage without really using Thunderbolt and having to rely on that. So you can put in Reflect, Electric Terrain, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump over to Ampharos, who's kind of a new mon within the Terra raids that we haven't really used yet. So Ampharos is going to be a very interesting mon here. It's an electric. It is going to be using the magnet, unlike our normal Bellibolt or Miraidon would use. So Magnet's going to boost the electric type moves damage, so it can just you know, do more damage. So let's go ahead and jump over to the moves to show you how we're doing that. So we are running Discharge, Cotton Guard, Magnetic Flux, and Helping Hand. What we're going to be doing is Discharge is pretty much going to be our main attacking move. Goes ahead, has the ability to paralyze Decidueye so it can't really move, which is perfect. Plus a magnet and terrain, plus stab, you are able to do very good damage no matter what. Now, I would recommend if you are using Ampharos, use Cotton Guard turn 1 because it boosts your defense stats. And with the spread we're going to be going over, if he's getting hit by a physical move that is a +2 from Decidueye, and he has a Cotton Guard off, you just take no damage whatsoever and you just get to be a wall, which is amazing. Then you have Magnetic Flux. This is going to be a new move that we're kind of using within the raid system, because if you are using the ability plus or minus, you get a boost to your defense and special defense stats. So no matter what, you are going to be just fine using this. You get to be more survivable. And then we have Helping Hand. So Helping Hand is just going to help boost more damage from your teammates. So no matter what, it's going to be a win-win. Now you can swap Charge Beam. You can swap Electric Terrain. You can do Reflect. Anything along those lines. Very interchangeable. I recommend keeping Magnetic Flux and Cotton Guard. Those two moves are going to be very big for him because he is going to be an all-arounder. And having those two make you more bulky and help the rest of the team is going to be very crucial. So let's go ahead and jump over to his spreads. So his spread is going to be a 252 HP, a 160 special attack to help him do more damage, and then a 96 defense. So with that 96 defense, if you are knocking out a Cotton Guard, you just go ahead and get more defense, plus a bold nature. You're able to just wall everything out. And then his ability is going to be plus. Plus is very interesting because if somebody else is using plus or minus, you go ahead and get a special attack boost. So no matter what, you are just going to have stat boosts all day long. And this does work if you faint and come back in. If somebody has already been on the field with plus or minus, it will re-proc. I have ran it and it will re-proc, and it's very interesting. So it can get carried away very quickly. Now let's go over Toxtricity, who's kind of going to be more of an attacker. So Toxtricity is an electric poison type. You would want that Terra type to be electric because you can kind of synergize with everybody else and then take stab on top of electric terrain. So if you do have an electric, go ahead and keep it or change it if you can. And then we are going to be running Shell Bell. Shell Bell, you get a heal just by damaging the raid mon. So that's going to be very big for Toxtricity. So let's go ahead and jump over to moves to show you exactly how we're actually going to consistently hit. So Toxtricity has Acid Spray. You get stab on top of Acid Spray, which is going to be big. You go ahead and lower the special defense stat on the special side, so you are doing more damage every time you use it, plus stab, and it hits through shield. So no matter what, your Shell Bell is going to be proccing. That's going to be very good for the raid, so you don't really have to worry about healing up or heal cheering whenever you can just do damage and go ahead and live. Now, the next move is Noble Roar. I've used this in a few raids, and it's very interesting because it lowers the attack and special attack of the raid mon. So no matter what, you are actually lowering the attack stats. And if you are running Noble Roar, you don't really have to worry about if it's going to be Nasty Plot or Swords Dance. It takes care of both no matter what, just in one turn. But it can be swapped out for Taunt, Magnetic Flux, Charm, something along those lines. Very useful. Noble Roar, I think, is going to be very big since we don't really know what's going on in the raid. Then we're going to be going with Thunderbolt. That's going to be our main attacking move. So we do get stab on top of that, plus terrain. All these are pretty much going to be with terrain because I'm guaranteed Miraidon is going to be everywhere. And then Nuzzle. Nuzzle is going to help you paralyze the target to go ahead and give you a free turn to move where you could Noble Roar, Acid Spray, you could Chilling Water if you have a Belly Bolt, anything along those lines to where you don't really have to worry about much. And if you are running Taunt, you just get a Nuzzle, Taunt, then he can't Swords Dance or Nasty Plot. So keep that in mind as well. Now for the spread, it's going to be a 252 HP, a 120 special attack, and a 136 defense. What it does is it helps you be very, very bulky. So you can just live no matter what, especially with that Shell Bell. You might need a heal if he does get some crits, but you won't be able to get crit through it. And then you have Plus as the ability. So you get that special attack boost to all of your attacks. And then if you are running a Magnetic Flux, you get some defense boosts. And then if you are next to an Ampharos, you go ahead and just get boost no matter what on top of everything else. So Toxtricity with plus and minus, those abilities are going to be very big within this raid. And you're going to be able to do massive amounts of damage with it. Now Rotom-Fan is going to be our screen setter. He's electric flying with the electric Terra type, and he's going to run Light Clay. That's going to turn all screens from 4 turns to 8 turns. So that's going to be very big in helping us mitigate the damage that he's going to be putting out. So for the moves, we have Discharge to go ahead and give us the ability for paralysis. We have Light Screen, we have Reflect. You can actually just take one of those off if we don't need one of them. You could swap that for Electric Terrain. You could just swap it for Helping Hand. And pretty much Thunderbolt, you could be swapped in there too, depending on whatever you want to run. But screens, very crucial. They're going to help you live so much, no matter if he runs physical or special attacking. And then we have Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot is going to go ahead and boost your special attack stat, so you can do more damage with your Discharge. And for the spread, we're going to be running a 252 HP, a 136 special attack, and a 120 defense. With that, you're not going to get 2-shot. You have a very low chance of getting 2-shot. And you're going to be running that bold nature. Pretty much all these guys are running bold to go ahead and give them more defense, to be more bulky. And Levitate. Levitate is pretty much going to hurt you because you won't be touching the ground. So it's kind of, you don't really get the terrain interaction there. But you do have Nasty Plot to go ahead and help boost your stats. So that is all the spreads for the physical attack if Decidueye has Swords Dance. Now I'm briefly going to be going over everything for a Nasty Plot Decidueye with a +2 in special attack. So they are going to be a little bit different, but if he is a special attacker, we already have some covered if you want to build for that. I mainly built for Swords Dance because I think he's going to be a Swords Dance set. If not, and he's a mixed, either one would work. I would personally use the Swords Dance set because he does have that higher attack stat. But getting into it, we have Miraidon, and it's going to be a 252 HP, a 252 special attack, and a 4 special defense. So we are able to just go all out doing damage, not really having to worry about any damage coming in because we do have such a high special defense stat. And no matter what, you can't get 2-shot, you have to get 3-shot, and it has to be crits. So gonna be very, very good right there. So let's go ahead and move on to the Belly Bolt. So Belly Bolt spread probably changes the most because he is a 252 HP. He goes to a 56 special attack and a 200 special defense. So no matter what, you are actually going to have more investment into survivability on Belly Bolt if he's a special attacker, but can still get the damage done because of all the buffs that he is going to be getting. So Acid Spray, Terrain, his ability, everything's going to help him do more damage, as well as Parabolic Charge, being able to pretty much do whatever he wants because he gets the heal. So now let's jump over to Toxtricity. So Toxtricity does change as well, and he actually changes items. So his item is going to go from Shell Belt to Assault Vest. So you are going to have to just do damage. You aren't going to be able to do Charm or Taunt. You're pretty much going to have to do damage no matter what with that Assault Vest. But his spread is going to be a 252 HP, a 156 special attack, and a 100 special defense. What that does, helps him be way more survivable. And with that vest, you don't have to fully invest in the special defense. You can go ahead and keep some in your attack. So you can just do more damage with Thunderbolt, Nuzzle, Snarl. You can put Snarl on him. And then Acid Spray. So being able to have Toxtricity with the Acid Spray because you get stab on it, is going to be very, very good. Now that is going to be the Terra Raid builds that I've made and I have ready for the raid. Pretty much just changing some EVs and IVs depending on if he's a physical or special attacker. Honestly, I think he's going to be a physical attacker just because his attack stat is higher, but he could be a mixed, so we could see something like that. But I hope this helped you out. Hope you get some Pokemon ready for the raids. Let me know in the comment section down below which one you're going to be building. I'm really looking forward to Belly Bolt because honestly he's my favorite. But then I'm also looking forward to the Ampharos to see kind of what Ampharos is going to do within a 7-star, because honestly we haven't really seen him in the Terra raids at all yet. So I hope this helped you out. If it did, go ahead and drop it a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.